If every time you drop back it's like flipping a coin on if something good is about to happen, you never met a double covered receiver you didn't like, or gift wrapping interceptions for user defenders, trust me, you're not alone. I've been there, we've all been there. But today I'm going to be breaking down some tips and tactics that help me avoid those same mistakes and start putting together efficient drives, and you will too in College Football 26. I'm Chris from Sports Gamers Online, and alright, let's get it. One of the leading causes of incompletions is bad ball placement, and this will help increase your completion percentage immediately. You don't just want to throw to your receiver, you want to throw it to him in a way that you go from seeing him open before you throw it to guaranteeing he stays open and has the highest chance of catching the ball. So throw it in a way the defender can't get to it. Back route against tight coverage. With the left stick, aim the ball to the outside shoulder away from the defender, so only the receiver can get to it. Slant route with a linebacker waiting to crush him. Aim the left stick behind the receiver to slow him down and protect the ball. You transition from him being open to making sure he stays open with that pass lead adjustment. Crossing route, aiming away from the defender to keep the ball in front and give the receiver the best chance at it. Now here's the thing, because you want to use pass leading to keep your receiver open after you throw it, you don't want to pass lead every pass. And I'm talking about when the receiver is already wide open. At that point, you're just making easy throws harder and missing potential layups. Practice throwing the wide open guys without pass leading first, so you can start to recognize when somebody is open and not automatically lead to the left or right and miss the throw. A really quick tip, go into your settings and down to pass lead increase and set this and make sure this is set to medium. Anything higher and you'll be throwing more incompletions. Now before we go more into it, let's go over your passing types, which can be found in your settings and then game options. Each comes with different pros and cons. First off is classic passing. Classic is the simplest system. It's pretty old school in that regard. Press the receiver button and you can add a pass lead with the left stick for some extra flavor, and that's it. If you want to just focus on reading defenses without worrying about complicated mechanics and making the football dance, this is for you. Remember, with pass leading, always lead the pass away from the defender if they're within distance. Next, we got revamped passing. Revamped is classic passing with a helpful color-coded meter that determines your accuracy. Blue means it will be your most accurate pass, yellow, proceed with caution, and red, you are officially in the danger zone and your pass may be off. Pressure from defenders or throwing on the run can influence it to be read more often as well. The longer you hold the meter, the stronger your throws become. From a clean pocket, your throw will show more blue, giving you a larger margin for error when throwing a bullet pass. However, when throwing on the run or under pressure, your accuracy naturally decreases, so you'll see more yellow or red in your meter, making it harder for the pass to be accurate. Placement passing lets you get surgical on the field. By holding the left trigger and then moving the left stick, you're now able to place the ball exactly where you want within the targeted window, which is this thing. And see that cursor moving around? That is where you are aiming. Now go into your game options and then settings, and down to reticle speed changes how fast the meter moves around you. The higher the number, the further away from your target you can move it, but I recommend this around 8. This passing type can open up back shoulder throws by aiming down and towards the sideline. Lastly, we got placement and accuracy. Placement and accuracy is like the calculus of passing types. You got 3 sections and 3 different throw types. Lob pass, which you want for high arcing throws for sailing over defenders. The touch pass gives you medium arc throwing at receivers over linebackers. And bullet passes are low fast throws for slants and quick hits that you just want to get the ball on the receiver quickly. Now let's talk about some concepts to take it up a notch. And first is understanding your offensive line. Your O-line tells you exactly what kind of offense you should be running. The better they are, the more options you have. If you're rocking an Alabama line, sure, you can drop back 100 yards and take deep shots every play. But if you can't block, you should not be running deep development passing plays as often as you are. And leaning into that a bit, if you're facing constant pressure, stop sending all 5 receivers on routes and wondering why you're facing pressure every snap. Block an extra guy. The easiest thing you can do here is just block somebody to help mitigate the pressure you're facing. Next is improving your field vision. Something that instantly made the biggest change for me back when I was starting was stop staring at receivers and instead watch the space they're running into. Watch the green grass unless you're in Boise. This can help you spot windows that can open before the receiver is actually there, and defenders lurking ready to intercept your pass. I get so many interceptions or pass breakups on drags because guys aren't looking ahead of where they're running into. Unless it's a third and short or any down where you need a short route, you want to be looking at your deepest route to your shortest. Think of it as an opportunity cost. If 2 coins are on the table, a quarter and a dime, and I take the dime, the opportunity cost was not having the more expensive quarter. If I have a streak, a post, and a drag route, what sense does it make to start with the drag when potential touchdowns are on the field? Every choice has a trade-off, what you're giving up, going with another option. So you want to work it high to low. Check the streak to make sure they're covering it, then the post, then find your safer throw. Before you snap the ball, take note of who the second level defenders are, and then imagine a straight line going across them. As soon as the ball is snapped, see how long they can keep that straight line. This can help you spot gaps in the coverage immediately and see quick openings in the coverage that you can hit for yardage. When the ball is snapped, find the user defender immediately. They can wreck games the fastest, and taking note of where he is can help you spot when they're switching around to different guys with the switch stick. Just don't get cute trying to challenge them. You must put defenders in impossible spots where no matter what they choose, they're wrong. Like a high-low read. If you've ever used it as a linebacker, you know exactly what this is. One receiver goes behind you, another comes in front. And you must choose. No matter what the linebacker does, somebody is open. Want to get cute? Add a third route to form a triangle, and then you're really in business. Stop dropping back too far on routine passing downs. Look at it like this. If you drop back 10 yards, your 20-yard pass just became a 30-yarder, so the defense has more time to react. Learn to live in the left stick up and down phase until trouble is near. It helps you keep in rhythm to throw within 3 seconds, and if nothing is there, you're more ready to take off. Now, when you do roll out, always try to go towards the side where your receivers are running their routes. You're doing nobody favors by going away from the help. College Football 26 gives you 3 ways to catch the ball, and knowing when to use each one separates 10-yard gains from 30-yarders and first downs from punting. First is the run after the catch, which you hold down square or X when nobody's behind or in front of the receiver. Next is the possession catch, which you use in traffic to avoid getting hit or near the sidelines to stay in bounds. There's no chance of fumbling or getting an incompletion, but you stop where you stand at. And lastly is the aggressive catch, which you want to save for one-on-one contested situations with guys who have high spectacular catch ratings for it, and passes down the middle when you want to throw in front of safeties and behind linebackers, which you can trigger by holding LB or L1 on your controller to high point your throws to taller receivers for them to aggressive catch it. When you select a screen pass, you aren't committed to throwing it. Remember your other routes in the play. And don't try and rush the throw if you see your opponent is onto it. What's cool is if they try and intercept it early, they will just jump in the air. New this year, when the pocket collapses and you start scrambling, hold the left trigger and flick the right stick in any direction for your receiver to run into open grass. This is hugely valuable when you're in a situation to utilize it. You become the true point guard on the field. Also, when trying to evade pressure, holding the right trigger and flicking the right stick in the direction you're running triggers a juke move by the quarterback. Just treat the incoming defensive lineman or linebacker like you would a running back and make sure you're squared up to them and not trying to do it sideways. On deep balls, don't throw until your receiver is at least even with the corner. Avoid blindly lobbing it up to receivers who can't win one-on-one jump balls to bail you out of it. You want to go into each pass with the mindset of, okay, what is my best option here? Should I wait a bit longer or take this right now instead of, I feel like throwing this post to Jeremiah Smith right now, and you end up throwing it into double coverage. If you can master these fundamentals I went over, the game will slow down for you, and you'll be better able to string together successful drives in College Football 26. And if you like the content we provide, make sure to subscribe to Sports Gamers Online for more College Football 26 content. And once you're with us, hit that bell icon at the bottom so you don't miss anything we put out. All right, people, I'm Chris. Thank you all for watching, and be good, y'all.